Hello friends, welcome to my channel GoDigit. Today in this video we will try to understand the basic concept of adding Excel layout in standard reports of Business Central. So guys, I was thinking that because now Business Central is not limited to RDLC reports layout, but it has added the support of Excel layout as well and the Word layout as well. So let's start learning these layouts as well, that how to generate these layouts and how to create the reports into the Word and the Excel. So today you can mark this video as a first video where we will try to understand the basic thing about how to add the Excel layout in the existing reports of Business Central. So for example, here if I type report layout, so here you will see all the reports which are already running in the Business Central along with the extension name, like which report belongs to which extension. And with this also it is showing you the type as well, the type of report, whether it's an RDLC report or the Word report or the Excel report, like this. Okay, so for example, let's see one of the report called customer list, and if I try to run this report, here you can see this option called report layout, and currently customer list.rdlc is showing up, so that which means that this the layout of this report is designed in the RDLC. And here you can see that currently only one RDLC layout is available. Okay, and if I click on preview, it will show you the output just like the usual reports output we see in the Business Center. Okay, so now let's try to add one more layout into this, and that layout would be the Excel layout. Okay, so that the user will have the both options, that if they want to go with the Excel layout or the RDLC layout. Alright, so for that, let me open up the VS Code here, and as you can see that I have already set up one project and create a blank file here. So now before we start writing the code into this manually, let's try to take the help of AI, because now our job is that we should not only learn the Business Central, the AL coding, but we should also incorporate AI into our daily routine work. Okay, so that we know that how to use AI in and how to get the help of AI in order to automate certain tasks. So let's do one thing, that I have already opened up the GitHub Copilot chat and selected this agent option and this model. In case you don't know about this completely GitHub Copilot chat and how to get these options like this, then I suggest you to watch my previous videos in the past, where I have covered this concept of how to configure this thing into the VS Code, so that you can take the help of AI right into your project. You don't have to open second window or the web browser where you will ask the questions to the ChatGPT or any other model. The ChatGPT or the Claude models, or your if you have taken the subscription of any other model, those models will also be available here, because it has the option to add those as well. Okay, so let's write some code, write some prompt here. So what I want to do is that create a report extension object, object which extends customer list report and render Excel layout. Okay, press enter, and let's see how it will generate the object for me, the code for me. So amazing, it generated the code, but somehow it is not the right code which I am looking for. So yeah, this could happen, this could very well happen, that AI sometimes will not generate the right results for you. Okay, then you cannot do much about it. So let's do one thing. It is keep on writing, but I can help AI into this. I have seen that whenever I use the GPT, sometimes it does not generate the right result. So let me go with this. And let me try to pass the same prompt to the Claude. Okay, you have acceded to your premium request allowance. We have automatically switched to the GPT 4.1. Okay, let's see again what code it will generate, because unfortunately currently it is not allowing me to use the Claude, and I have seen that Claude generally gives the very good results when you are writing the business central code. uh, so anyway, let me write the code on my own. T report extension. Okay, let me select the name, customer list extension, and it will extends customer list report, right? Strange. Customer list. All right. Now, because my requirement is that I just want to add the Excel layout, so I don't need this dataset section. I don't need the request page as well. I am quite fine with the existing one. In case, obviously, if you want to modify something in those sections, you can do so. But in our requirement, or in basically if you are interested in adding more layouts, then rendering section is the most important section for you, which you have to take care about. So you have to add this rendering section, and in this rendering section, you will be given the option of adding layout section as well. So layout section is added for me, and here I need to pass a layout name. So layout name could be let's say Excel layout only. It's just a name I'm passing. All right, so now you will see that automatically it is suggesting me two properties. One is type and second is layout file. And so let's press Control space, and you will see that it is giving me the options of Excel, RDLC, layout, and custom. Okay, our interest is that we are looking to add the Excel, so I can select Excel. But yes, this rendering section allows you to add multiple layouts. Like, it's not limited that you can add only Excel at one given point of time. You can add Word as well, you can add Excel as well, you can add different RDLC format as well. You're not limited to only one RDLC, you can add multiple RDLC as well. Okay, so let's add Excel here. And then second property which is important is the layout file. So layout file is nothing here, but here I need to pass the name of the file, Excel file, which system will generate for me, right? Like this. Okay, so now my code is ready, my object is ready. This is the whole thing which you can do about it in order to add a Excel layout at the moment. Okay, so let's do one thing. That let me build a project, and as soon as I build a project, I get this file called customer list layout.xlsx. You can see the name which I pass here, system generate the file with the same name. Now basically in case after building a project this file does not generate for you, then don't worry about it. You just have to go to open user settings, JSON, and here you need to add one option called al.compilation options. Okay, and here let me press Control space. So you can see here that this option is available called generate report layout. You just set this to true, and this property basically helps to generate the layout of the report which you want to, which you have added in the code at the time of compilation, right? So that is how this property works, and when you add this up, just reload the window and you are good to go. Next time when you compile, system will add the layout for you. Okay, so let me save this. So now everything is good enough, but let's do one thing. Let me open this externally. So now you can see here that currently uh, I just get to see the columns in this data sheet, whatever the columns are added in the standard report, or all those columns are currently showing up. Of course, there is no data because we have opened up the layout. We have not opened up the output. All right. Then you have these sheets called translation data, caption data, which comes into the picture only when you are building a report for your customers, non-English customers, and or like anything where you want to add the, you want to do the translations of the of your captions which are running in the report and every stuff like that. So those things also you can configure here. All right. Now, and this metadata is nothing but it is giving you the complete information about which extension is all about. When you run the report, these sheets will be there, and you will see the values when you run the report, like which extension ID this report belongs to, what is the name of that extension, who published this, what is the name of the environment in which it is running, what is the name of the company, and so on. Okay. So this is the standard thing which by default you will get when the system generates a layout. But the good part of the layout of the Excel comes into the picture when you use the power of Excel, right? So the power of Excel is lies into you can add graphs, you can add charts, you can add slicers, and so on. Okay, so let's do one thing. Like for example, I can add pivot table uh, on this data sheet. Click on OK, and what I can do is that either if I want that I can group on the basis of customer posting group as well. Like I want to see the balance on the basis of customer posting group, and if I want to add certain slicer or certain timeline, I can do so. Like I can add customer price group, I can add payment terms code, currency code, and all right. Okay, so these slides so I've added. Fine. Now let's do, if you want to do any other thing, then maybe you can add timeline as well if you want. So whatever best you can do about it, like you can add charts as well. Okay, let me do something like, let's go with the pie like this. Click on OK. Okay, let's add this up also. Okay, so my charts, my like summary, my grouping, every stuff is done in this thing, so that now when next time I will generate the output of this report, I will automatically see the output right into this. So my Excel layout is generated, my configuration part is done. So let's save this, close this, and let's go for the publish. So I'm now publishing this extension, and then we will see the output as well, that how to basically run this report, and we will get to see the different types of layouts in the customer list report. Okay, so let's quickly open this page. All right, so now I don't need to go to the report layout only. I can directly type the report here, not like this, customer list. Okay, like this. When you select this up, and now in this report layout section, if you click on this button, you will see that now the second line is also showing up in the report layout, which is Excel layout only, right? So, and here you can see the type field. The first one is RDLC, which was by default available, and then this is I have added Excel. You can see the name of the extension as well. Currently is not default, so that's why automatically system is suggesting RDLC only. But I can select this, click on OK, and now you will see that there is no preview option showing up, which is quite obvious. This we are working with the Excel, so you cannot preview, but you can download this and see the output. So click on download, and it is now in your local. Click on open, and here click on enable editing, and now you will see that system automatically suggesting me the customer posting group based on this data. So data is currently showing up like this here, right? So there are two types of posting groups currently available, domestic and foreign, and on those bases it is giving me this thing, like the balance of domestic customers this, the foreign balance is this. Okay, and now although there are no such thing through which I can add some filters, but let's use the let's see this slicer payment terms code. Like if I select this 30 days, you will see that some data will get changed here. Currently everything is same, so nothing is changed, but if I select this 1M, so you can see that there is no foreign transaction. Okay, that means nothing is there in which the payment terms code is 1 month or 8 days. If I select 30, you will see back again the data. So how cool is this, that you can filter the data or group data, you can filter based on these slicers, and this is the power of the Excel. It has nothing to do with the Business Central. Okay, and now see this code as well, that it is showing me the chart based on domestic and foreign. Okay, so this is how cool this is, the Excel layout basically. Like you can generate the dashboards out of it based on how you want to analyze your data. So this is very cool thing, and that is why adding the Excel layout in your reports is a very good decision, I would say. So next time when you're building any financial reports or any report which your users are using for heavy analysis, then go for it. All right, so that's all I wanted to share here, that we can understand about how to generate or add the Excel layout in the standard reports. In the next videos, upcoming videos, we will try to learn more about how to play with the Excel report and the Word layout reports. So till then, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel.